What is going on, guys? It is Tony Caparimo back here again with poker video number 2, and today we got some crazy hands to look at. We played 2 tournaments in the hands that we're going to look at today. These all come from 2 tournaments. The first one we played was 2 hours long. That's the longest one we have ever played with the 4 people we play with. The second one we played was only 28 minutes, so it was the longest tournament we've ever played, and then followed right up by the shortest tournament we've ever played. We got some crazy moments for you, lots of all-ins. That's how the second tournament was so short, lots of all-ins early. It got pretty crazy. I think it didn't even last 10 hands, maybe 2 orbits around the table. And also, we're gonna meet Juicebox. So I hope you guys are excited to meet Juicebox. He was seated in the position that my dad was in the last video, so he is directly to my right, and you guys are encouraged to call him Juicebox. Here we go. I know you guys are all so very interested to meet Juicebox, who is seated to my right, so we will get right to that in about 10 more seconds. In this first hand, we pick up pocket sixes. We contemplate raising. We decide against it, and we just throw in our blind. But now is the time to meet Juicebox. There he is.
This is my competition. Grown man who brought 2 apple juice drink boxes to the poker night on Friday.
And a snack pack.
That is a true statement. He did in fact bring a snack pack along with his 2 juice boxes and a pear and an apple. So at least we're staying healthy, staying away from the pizza and wings and beer. And we're going to a flop. We got ace, 8, jack. If you remember, I have pocket sixes this hand, so that is a terrible flop. Any card that caught a pair has us beat. The only good news is there's 2 clubs, so I still have a chance at the backdoor flush. But we go to a turn, and the turn is the 4 of diamonds, so there goes that chance. We're not really going to improve here unless we catch a 6 on the river. Tyler checks. Jeff throws in a bet of 400 chips. It's early. The blinds are 1 and 2. So that's about a half pot bet right there. Nothing to be scared of. Joe's thinking about it. Actually, I think he's finishing his juice box right now. After a couple minutes, he decides he's going to fold. I fold as well because, like I said, any card from the flop had me beat. The river is a 3 of diamonds. So the straight gets there with 2-5. Anything is possible in these blinds when it's 1 and 2. Jeff bets out of turn. Tyler flips his hand in disapproval. He folds. And Jeff caught a jack on the flop. In this next hand we take a look at, we pick up king 8 suited from the big blind. Tyler on my left has already folded. Jeff and Juicebox have called the blinds, so I check. We go to a flop. It is ace king 5 with 2 diamonds and 1 heart. So no flush for us. However, we do have second pair. So we throw out a bet of 600. I like this bet because it could be repping a flush draw with the diamonds, the straight draw with the ace king on board. I especially like that Jeff had to think about this before calling because that almost makes me sure that he doesn't have an ace. So that's good news. Jeff calls. Juicebox folds. We go to a turn. The turn is the 9 of hearts. We're going to check this because we let out last time. So if we check here, we can see if Jeff will bet his ace now. He doesn't. He also checks, so that's even better news. Hopefully he does not have the ace. We go to a river. The river is the 10 of spades. We throw out a bet of 1,000 chips. Jeff calls. He thinks we have nothing, but we turn over second pair with a king. Turns out he had jack 10. He caught a pair on the river, but he was on a straight draw. This next hand is interesting, and I include it in the video because earlier in the video, me and Juicebox were in a pot together. I tried to bluff on the river, and he called me with bottom pair when there were plenty of overs to his card on the board. So shout out to you for making the hero call, Juicebox, but I plan on getting you back. In this hand, we have ace 7 offsuit, 4 ways to a flop. The blinds are 2 and 4. The flop comes jack, 6, 10, 1 spade, and 2 diamonds. So the flush draw could be there, as well as a couple straight draws. everybody checks and we go to a turn. The turn is the 8 of spades. So the flush draw is getting tight. We ourselves now have a straight draw with the 7. So we need a 9 to come for a straight. I bet 500. It gets a quick fold from Tyler and Jeff. I'm hoping my ace will be enough. If not, I plan to bet the river big and see what kind of bet would get Juicebox off a pot. I'm already thinking about that right now. The river comes the 6 of spades, and I'll let you listen from here.
You had 2 spades or a 6. Why? Either way, why would you fold?
For 500, and I have like 9 chips. Chuck.
12.
Well, it didn't help your cause that they were talking about cards that they had.
Say what?
It didn't help your cause that Tyler was saying he had a 6.
That's fine. Go ahead and call.
You can't talk like that at the table,
Can't talk like that.
right? It shouldn't be so.
Make a note that we got
scolded.
scolded
Yeah.
for table talk.
You can't talk like that. That's bullshit.
Friendly game, folks. Friendly game.
Jeff would like the record to show that they were scolded for table talk at a friendly game. And now this is entertaining when they think of what I might have.
I would say Tony probably has a 10.
He's got a
I
jack.
think Tony has a 10.
Maybe an 8. Could be an 8.
Nope, I have
He's
8.
probably got 10 queen. 10 queen, looking for that straight.
We must be doing something right because they have no idea what I have. And Juicebox folds his cards face up and shows bottom pair with an 8. Trying to figure out the bet size that gets Joe off a hand. All right, this next one is interesting, and we're going to need you guys to leave a comment and let us know how you think it should have gone, because it did not go right by any means. We have Queen 5 suited. If you don't recall, this is the exact same hand we had in the last video when we lost to a full house, when we had a flush. But in this hand, everybody's in pre-flop. The blinds are 2 and 4, and the flop comes Ace 9-9, rainbow. Checks around very quickly. The turn is the 7 of hearts. Seems like it did no difference for anybody. Checks around quickly again. We go to a river. The river is the 4 of spades. And this is where it gets funny. Tyler folds to no bet. Jeff has a good laugh over there. He's thinking about what he's going to do. He throws out a bet of 400 chips. That's the minimum bet. It's a quick call, and I fold.
Well, Joe, considering no one bet on anything, I caught the river.
As long as you don't have an ace, I don't care.
Oh, fuck, are you not betting
What
for?
is wrong with you? You know how to play?
So Joe had pocket kings and let that check all the way down to the river. I think that is a strong misplay because everybody did check. I think if anybody had an ace or a 9, they would have at least bet by the turn, but who knows. In the next hand, we pick up pocket 6s. We are a little deeper now. The blinds have increased to 3 and 6. And just a fun little fact for you guys, I had pocket 6s earlier in this video that were the exact same suits as the ones I am holding now. So here we go. Joe calls his blind, and now I'll let you listen in. Let's make it 18.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's probably not great for what I was about to do. I was fixing to go all in, but
Fixing to shove, huh?
that's going to put a little damper in things, ain't it?
So it turns out this was a perfect time to open up the action. It gets Tyler to fold pre-flop, which is important later in this clip. Jeff looks like he has a decision on his mind over there. I can only imagine what he has. Just kidding, I already know. That's why this clip is in the video. He calls for 1800, and Joe folds, so we go to a flop. The flop comes 9-8-8 with 2 spades. So there's a pair on board. I'm pleased to see Jeff check, because any pair beats mine as of now. The turn is a 2 of clubs. Jeff checks again. We cannot let this check through, so we're going to bet 2,000. This should get him off the hand. Okay, never mind. He calls for 2,000. The river is the 3 of clubs. He checks again. Just in case we're beat, we check back.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Tony.
Very nice. Well, that's why my 6 didn't come. Tyler is reasonably upset and throws down his 7s that he had. I got him to fold the best hand pre-flop. Jeff turns over Jack 6 of spades, so the reason he called my $2,000 bet is because he was on a flush draw. However, I don't even know why he was in that hand. This next hand gets a little interesting. We pick up 10-8 suited on the button. Blinds have increased to 600, 1,200, so it's getting a little late and pricey and scary. It is important that my cards are suited. I actually forgot that or just let it slip my mind during the course of the hand. But Tyler calls and the big blind checks, so we go to a flop, which comes Jack 8 Ace Rainbow. This being a rainbow board doesn't help the fact of me forgetting that my cards are suited. But 2 quick checks makes me feel safe to bet my bottom pair, so I threw out 1,500. Tyler, you saw him fold pretty quickly. Jeff is in the think tank, and he announces that he's on a draw. When he says that, I immediately put him on 9-10. I didn't even think about the Broadway straight that could be there with King-Queen or King-10 or Queen-10. Reluctantly, he throws in some calling chips, and I'm getting ready to go all in if the turn is a safe card. It is. It's the 2 of spades, a very safe card for any draws that might have been there on the flop. So Jeff checks, and I go all in for 2,300. Now at this point in the hand, I did not even realize that I had 4 spades. I am still hoping that there is no queen or 7 on the river, and that is because I did put Jeff on 9-10. Oh, shit. So there's the 7. Looks like Jeff straight got there if he did have 9-10. At this point, still I had not even realized I had a flush. Jeff announces that he missed his draw. He shows King-Queen. And then this is where I realized I had a flush, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It was a weird hand. I don't know what happened. I'm just glad the good guys took it down. We are in a new tournament now. The blinds are 1 and 2 again, so we do not mind playing our 8-3 as long as nobody bets. Everybody just calls, so we are happy to put in 1 chip and play 8-3 offsuit. There is a little bit of irony right here, so I'm going to let you listen to what is said.
All right, I gotta end this one. Go to bed. Gotta end this game.
Okay, Jeff, you want to end the game, huh? Okay. Well, here we go. We got a flop. 6-2-8 rainbow. We got top pair. Don't ask me why. I don't even know why. I just threw out 2 pink chips for a bet of 1,000. I really don't. It's a little pricey. I just overbet the pot, so I don't know. Sorry. That was bad poker play, but it works out. You'll see. Gets a fold from Tyler. Jeff and Juicebox call. Do you remember what I just said? It works out? Yeah, it sure does. Because we drill a 3 on the turn, so we got 2 pair. It's not the top 2, but it should do. You know, it's kind of like that saying, a blind nut finds a squirrel every now and then, or something like that. Anyway, with 2 pair, we bet 2,500. Jeff does not take kindly to that bet, and he goes all in, which makes my heart stop a little because we don't have the strongest hand, even though it is fairly strong. With a 6, 2, and a 3 out there, there could be 5, 4 for a straight. So I'm a little worried about that. However, we're going to speed this video up because I do think for a long time. Juicebox folds. I call and flip over my 2 pair. Jeff seems like he is in disbelief as he flips over Jack 8 for top pair. All we got to do is fade a Jack, and we do. It's another 8, so we snagged the high hand with 8s full of 3s.
Now you can deal and talk on the phone. Idiot.
Tony. Fucking me.
Did you get that on video?
Fucking
I did.
3.
Well, why would you go all in with the Jack?
Top pair. How would you have an 8-3 and be raising?
That is a good point. It was a weird hand. It worked out. We were both betting with top pair. My second pair came, so I just got lucky. It's like a blind nut squirrel thing. In the very next hand, we pick up ace-2 offsuit. We are the dealer. We were just the small blind in the hand before, so we are the dealer now. Tyler is the small blind. Jeff is out, and the big blind goes to juice box. The blinds are still 1 and 2 because, like I said, it is the very next hand. And holy moly, guacamole, the flop gives us 2 pair, so we love that. We got top and bottom. Tyler leads out for 500. Juice box slides his cards in resignation. I'm going to call, hide my hand. The turn card is the 3 of spades, so now possible flush draws could be there. It's also ace-2-3, so 5-4 could get there with their straight. Tyler leads out for 1,000. I bump it up to 25. And then there's those words again that make me think, what in the world can he have? He goes all in, and I go in the think tank for a long time, and I'll let you hear it from here.
You have 10-3.
What you got?
Just an ace.
Just an ace? And that one?
Oh.
I was like, there's no way he's on a flush draw. There's no way. 10-3 maybe.
What does second place get? $10 back?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You want to split?
How fucking lucky can one kid be?
Back-to-back 2 pair.
Back-to-back top pair with the sloppy ass shit kicker that matches. Why'd that take so long?
Because I had the lowest pair. Why is he going all in with just an ace? That's what I was thinking.
Top pair.
Well, yeah, I bet to you as well, so I had it.
I only bet little. I was trying to get you to raise me.
You got what you wanted.
Nothing can match
3
that.
mistakes in a row from Mr. Conservative.
Jeff is right. I was playing a little bit conservative. We are head-to-head, and I was facing some pre-flop all-in bets, and I ended up folding. One hand I had like 7-2. The next hand I had like 6-2 or something. I folded, and then we played out the board, and on one I would have caught 2 pair. The other I would have just caught a pair, but in both situations I would have been the winner. Anyway, we go on to this hand where I have 4-3 suited in the small blind. The flop comes Jack 3 King with 2 diamonds, so I get bottom pair. I bet 600. It gets called. The turn is a great card. It's another 3, so I bet 800 this time, and that gets called right away. We go to a river. It's the Ace of Hearts, and this is where it gets a little bit scary. I lead out for 2,000, and immediately Joe goes all in after having a little help from Jeff, telling him to go all in, and I'll let you listen to it from here. What you got?
Ace.
So we win big. Tyler shows us the next card was a 3, and Joe had ace-6. Good game, fellas. And that's it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are glad that you met Juicebox. He's pretty crazy, funny guy. His real name is Joe, but he likes to be called Juicebox. The next video we got for you, my younger brother will be in that seat, and we joked about having a special guest each episode. Because so far it's been my dad. Now in this episode it was Juicebox, and in the next episode coming out it will be my younger brother Luke. So maybe we will continue with the trend and have somebody new sitting in that right seat to me. But maybe not. I think that's all we really play with. That was actually my dad's first time playing with us in that home game in the last video you saw. Joe, also known as Juicebox, he comes fairly often, so sometimes we have 5 people. And Luke is one of the original founders of the Thursome Poker Kitchen. So we'll see. We will see if we can get some special guests to join us and sit to the right of me. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. The next video we have will feature my younger brother Luke, and we will also look at some hands of Omaha. Maybe we got some video playing Omaha after Jeff went to bed. So the three of us played Omaha, and it's kind of interesting. Maybe there'll be some Omaha, maybe not. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. Enjoy your day. Adios.